Greetings. Thank you, Sambo, for your donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. Greetings, everybody. This is Walu. This is going to be our current Love Vibes energy reading. Okay. So I hope everybody is all, doing well. I hope that this message is something that is going to help someone out there, enlighten them, bring them some peace of mind, some clarity, healing maybe even. So I'm going to tap in to this message. This is a live reading. So if you guys are on the live at this time, please be respectful. Please, I do not want no trolling, none of that. So let's keep this loving, peaceful. You guys know how I am. I don't sugarcoat anything. So if you guys are easily triggered or offended, think twice before watching my videos. And if, you're okay with being triggered and stuff and, you're open to whatever and use your discernment. Of course, use your own intuition with these readings. Don't just take everything that's said and just run with it, whether it be quote unquote good or quote unquote bad things. Take what resonates, ask spirits to confirm for you. Okay. Everyone's welcome. All right. So let's tap into the energies. Let's see what energies we were dealing with here. Divine Spirit, please give us divine truth and clarity from this message. And I have to be a little bit quiet because my daughter is in my room asleep, so I'm trying not to talk too loud and got to be careful with what I'm saying. Hopefully, if there's anything adult that comes out. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Sun, we have the Temperance, and we have the Knight of Wands, okay? So I do feel like feminine and masculine energy is like they're facing each other. And I feel like the feminine energy, there's something with spirit babies here, because if you see, it's like a cherub giving this queen her crown, and then there's the sun right here. So it could be something with spirit babies for some of you, like you guys are, some of you guys may be preparing to give birth to something. Does not have to be a child, but I feel like you guys may be, feminine energy may be very close to manifesting something on their own. Thank you, Chloe. I appreciate you. Thank you. I feel like this is, for some reason, what I'm getting from this, that I heard the name Sarah. So remember how I was like, some of you guys may have watched that video where I was talking about, delayed births or giving birth to something or manifesting. I had talked about the story of Sarah, which was an older woman that had give birth later on in life to a son. And the sun card is here. So some of you guys, this could be literal, or this is you guys, this is your manifestation coming to be. If you're feminine energy, for some of you guys are going to see the results of that. And I feel like it's something that you guys put a lot of your mind. It's like, this could be something work related, especially if this has anything to do with I don't know why I heard the word. I heard literature. So books, journals, journalism, something with writing. I feel like you guys are about to give birth to that very soon, or an idea is about to come to you very soon. For some of you, it might be something with children. You guys are having dreams about babies. Oh, thank you, Spirit. I had a dream about a baby the other night. It was so cute. I don't know. It was weird. That just came to me. I forgot all about it. So some of you guys could be having dreams about babies. Then you have the Temperance card and the Knight of Wands. So you do have some angels here that have been working on you and your counterparts' behalf. Masculine energy is coming in like very strong. It's like coming back from the past. So we're going to continue this because this is like past energy, or it could have been recent past energy. But I just feel like this is a lot of forward movement, especially if this is a masculine energy where it's like in and out. Masculine like hasn't been really the most reliable. I'm seeing some type of Egyptian deities or something here. It looks like, I can't remember. Oh, God, what is his name? It looks like Horus. I think it's Horus. It's like an Egyptian deity, so that might mean something to some of you guys. Someone may refer to themselves as like a sun god or something like that. Someone's sun sign could be a Leo, Sagittarius. Six of Cups in reverse, yeah. And then you have the King of Swords. So you have two counterparts here. I feel like, and I don't think my deck was supposed to be in reverse, but it came out. I pulled it that way, so I'm going to take it. The King of Swords was at the bottom. So for some of you guys, this is reconciliation, or you guys had a reconciliation in the past where you guys might have discussed children. You may have discussed family. Greetings. You guys may have discussed family, or you guys may have discussed children or something like that. Or you guys are going to revisit some type of conversation that could talk about this. One or the other. It's one or the other. But I'm getting fresh starts for some of you. But let's take a look at where things currently are, because that's like recent past energy, something that just passed, or something that was in the past that is going to be revisited again. Now, I'm tapping into current energies. So when you watch this, whether you watch this at the time that I'm recording it, a day later, a week later, a month, a year, whatever, it's timeless. I leave my current vibes as timeless energies, you know. So let's see. What's going on here, Spirit? No, I don't want to use the After Tarot. I stole my brother's Psychic Tarot for the heart, because one of my cards are missing in mine, so I'm going to use his. Divine Spirit, I ask to purify and cleanse out this deck from any previous energies that may not serve this message. All right. He shouldn't mind. I bought this for his, you know, I bought this for him. I think I bought this deck for my brother for Christmas, so I can use it. Yeah. Some people don't like people using their decks, but he be using my decks, so it's all good. All right. Thank you for your love and guidance. What is the energy that you see here? Detach. Yeah, feminine energy. You might be detaching from this connection, or detaching from some aspect of this connection. I'm getting a lot of air sign energy. So feminine, you guys are probably dealing with a lot of more like utilizing your intellect rather than in your emotions so much. Queen of Cups. Yeah, Queen of Cups here. Yeah, there was like some type of shift here. And you feel like it's best because, thank you, Pauline, because for whatever reason, it might be that you're wanting to manifest, focusing on this thing you're about to give birth to. Look, the Sun card came out again. So you're focusing on giving birth to something. And I feel like you're very optimistic about what this thing is. And I feel like it's something that could involve your career. I really feel that strongly. But the Queen of Cups is like, some of you feminines are still holding space. Or if you're watching this about your feminine, still holding space, or they're still holding space. Feminines don't have to be females only, but this feminine is holding space for the connection to some instance. But the way that a lot of the emotional energy is being withdrawn a bit more, and I feel like there was a major shift that took place, and I feel like things are shifting and changing for feminine karmically, where the focus is now more so on what this creative thing or this new energy or this new life that feminine is creating for herself. If there's children involved, it's also something that's shifting for them, because you also have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. So there's a lot of solar energy here. So feminine energies is tapping into their solar plexus and manifesting and creating from a place of confidence, from a place of wholeness. This is like rebirth. So feminine, you guys came out of maybe a tough period in the past. Like you cleared up some karmic cycles, or you currently are clearing up these karmic cycles, and this is leading to new energy for you. Like you feel completely brand new. So if you guys are drawn to suns or sunflowers, I feel like, thank you, I appreciate you guys for the donations. The sun card, I feel like this represents that solar energy, that rebirth, that childlike nature. Like, you guys are open, you're freeing yourself, you're detaching yourself from anything that is been weighing down on you, very heavy energies. You're coming out of a period of isolation as well. You're coming out of that. Okay. Masculine energy, where you at? What's going on with you? This masculine's energy. Choose your battles. This would be like the Seven of Wands. So masculine, you guys may be facing something within yourselves at this time. It might seem like it's very tough, but it's not. This is something that you know that you have to confront or face. There's no other way around it. I do feel like this requires some type of discipline, maybe even patience. Yeah, King of Wands. So you've elevated, because masculine was coming out as the Knight of Wands, and now the King of Wands is here. The Queen of Swords is here again. The Fool, the Moon, and the Lovers card is here. So I feel like masculine and feminine are actually not facing each other at this time. In the past, you guys were moving towards each other. It doesn't mean that you guys are not, but where you guys are right now, feminine energy, you are looking forward. Masculine may be looking behind them. And I don't feel like this is a masculine that's stuck in the past. I feel like this is a masculine that's looking back in the past, as far of not being stuck in the past. Excuse me. It's more so like reviewing something, because like I said, something wants to be revisited, whatever that is. With the Fool card, I feel like this is an energy, that a new energy that's coming in. And you got the Moon. Thank you, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for your donations. The Moon card and the Sun came out twice. So this connection, I feel like you guys are like opposite, night and day. Whereas feminine energy is coming out a little more masculine. Not masculine like in a imbalanced way, but tapping into more of their external energy, whereas the masculine is internalizing their energy. So it's more of a feminine expression, if that makes sense. So masculine is more introspective and feminine energy is more out, if that makes sense. So there's some some type of going within about this connection. I feel like where masculine is definitely being guided in this direction. And before anything can move forward, masculine is being guided to confront and face some things within themselves. Could also be generational stuff that's coming up, but this is to free self from holding on to anything that doesn't serve them anymore. So I also feel like masculine does want to take some type of risk towards the feminine energy here. And feminine, you may not be in this space. I really appreciate you guys. Oh, that's a cute little emoji thing. It's cute. She has pink hair. um I feel like this feminine, may be coming across as like, okay, well, like what is it? Like, what's good? What's up? What you got to say? Like, I'm open, but what do you have to say? Like, with no nonsense. And I feel like masculine wants to come in like free of any constraints, free of any past transgressions, any type of baggage, all of that, like being completely free. So you both may also be at a state where you really don't know where you stand with one another as well. So I feel like you guys are mirroring in some instance. So instead of feminine taking this inward, feminine energy is more so taking out this energy of not knowing where things are into focusing on manifesting something in life, something tangible, which can kind of be a little bit of a masculine type of energy. And then masculine is taking this connection not knowing what's going on into taking things inward, introspecting, listening and paying attention to the subtle signs or the emotions or whatever's coming up, the intuitive nudges, and also looking at something in the past as well. So spirit is guiding you both in some type of direction, and either way it goes, it's still going to lead you guys to this important place. I feel like we're going to look at where the potential future holds, but let's see what else. Is there any other factors here? Yeah, I feel like roles reverse every now and then. Like you guys, because we all have feminine and masculine principles and traits within us. Then you have Ascended Masters. Then you have the Increase card. You have Great Achievement. And then you have Discovery. So the cycle that you guys are in is increasing. For some of you, the increase that you're experiencing, it may not be something that you can see just yet. You can't see it on the surface, but that doesn't mean that it's not happening. So things need time to take root and grow. So if you think about anything that you want to manifest as a seed, you plant the seed, you cover it up, you leave it alone. You don't dig it up and try to see what it's doing. You take care of it. You put it in the right environment, meaning the energy's got to be in the right space to grow and to manifest. You got to be in the right space and energy to manifest and continue to nurture that. Continue to put energy into it, and allow it to grow. And seeds, plants, fruit, vegetables, whatever you're planting takes time to grow. So that's the same as your manifestation. It takes time to see the results on a physical level. So this is the cycle that you guys are in. It's something that does require patience. And some of you guys may be getting certain things manifesting for you outside of this connection, and it could also be interconnected. But you have the Ascended Masters card with the Spirit. So Spirit is really giving you guys a lot of insights, a lot of nudges, intuitive messages. So they have the infinity symbol on here. They have the lotus. Excuse me, they have a dove here, and they have, it looks like a pyramid. So you guys might be seeing some of these symbols in your waking life or in your dreams or something like that, or these might be symbolic to your path or your journey or something like that. But I feel like this is just symbolizing that you guys are receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities from the divine constantly on your path. And I feel like there's an event here where there is going to be some sort of award or achievement that takes place. And I feel like Spirit is preparing that for you because there's a table here. So Spirit is preparing this for you. The universe, God, the creator, whatever, source is creating this, your spiritual team. So masculine energy, the intention, like I said, discovery. The thing is that masculine is taking time to reflect on things, not just within this connection, but things that Spirit's calling them to within themselves, around them in their environment. And I feel like there's something very valuable that they're very focused on, and it could be the connection, but it's like this diamond or this gem that's been discovered. And I feel the intention is to like stay focused on this, on that thing. Okay, so there's like this shift that's coming in. It's almost like the summer, I don't know, explain it, like summery energy, like lights, bright energy. And if you don't feel like that yet, it's coming. And I feel like this is a process of growth. I'm not getting too many heavy energies. There could also be, I'm not getting this like in the cards, I didn't see this, but intuitively I'm picking this up. There could be something with the third party energy here, and it does not always have to be like a romantic situation, like a love triangle, but I am getting that there was some distractions here, and I feel like until those things are dealt with, you can't move forward completely, whether that be the masculine or feminine. So one of you is being subliminal with the other person, therefore not being completely honest about how you feel, because you have keep it real and tell me how you feel with the explanation point. So somebody is like, you need to keep it 100, possibly. So someone is possibly thinking about expressing how they really feel, like keeping it real instead of being subliminal with the other, whether that's feminine or masculine or both of you. Let's see, get more information from this. Is there someone else? So yeah, so someone may be withholding expressing their truth because it's like, I'm not sure if there's someone else in the picture. Because I do feel like one of you wants to express yourselves to the other person, and you're wanting to know, or they're wanting to know, is there someone else, or if it still is someone else in the picture. Yeah, I know I have to choose. So one of you may have dealt with someone else or something like that, or multiple people, whatever. And yeah, so there might be a need to make a decision about what you're going to do with this, or them needing to make a decision because someone wants to express how they feel to the other. Or both of you guys could even be mirroring, but I just feel like someone's not being completely upfront or honest about how they feel towards the other. It's like very subtle, or very like kind of avoidance, because you also have I have been avoiding you. So someone's avoiding what's needed here. Someone may be caring about what other people think with I do / I don't care what my family, friends, or others think. So someone could care about that. That could have been a factor. um Masculine or feminine, you guys have pictures of the other party, and you guys may be like having that as a keepsake right now while you guys are in separation. I asked God, my angels, my ancestors, and my guides about you. So definitely like this is the masculine's energy. Masculine energy, you may be praying about the situation or asking for some type of divine assistance with this, because I feel like the masculine is more introspective than the feminine energy at this time. But that doesn't mean that this can't be masculine energy as well. But feminine, you could also be avoiding this connection right now as well. You're not sure about this connection. You don't know what to do with this. You don't know where to go. So I feel like you're placing your focus outwardly, more so focusing on other things that you have tangible control over. But I do feel like you both are discussing this connection with someone close to you or people close to you, because again, you guys don't really know where you stand with each other. So it may be that you guys are in separation and no communication with one another. Could very well be that. Or it could still be like you guys could be in communication, but it's still a lot that's not being said. Yeah, there's a karmic situation here, karmic relationship, the runner. So it's like a lot of fleeting energies, because I do feel like does not have to be masculine, but it could be feminine too. But there's someone, one of you, that's dealing with a karmic situation, whether it's a cycle, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a love situation, whether it's a job, family members. And this is what's causing that this in and out cycle. And I feel there's still lessons to be completed and learned from a karmic cycle or a karmic connection. um I feel like someone is saying I need to let this go, but that doesn't mean that I don't love you. I just need to let go, or this was a past circumstance. And I feel like this is masculine with that Knight of Wands that came out the first spread that we pulled. It's that energy of I need to take a step back from this. There could also be some resentment from a past karmic relationship, which is causing some of you masculine or feminines to run from this connection, a fear of being vulnerable and really truly intimate with someone, and allowing your head and your ego to lead you and guide you rather than the heart. Paradise. Because the truth is like this connection may feel like paradise. It feels like this is home, this is my joy, this is my happiness, there's a lot of expansion over here, I really enjoy this connection. And that could be a little bit scary if you're used to toxicity, or for your person when you're used to that and being triggered by past circumstances, rather than okay, I'm triggered by this because it's bringing up some fears I have about an ex. Instead of going into that, someone is running and saying, no, fuck this, I'm not trying to get hurt again, I'm not going towards this person, I refuse. And that, it's causing a cycle. The Phoenix. Okay, so one of you, I feel like, is focusing on transforming, wanting to change, wanting to grow. The Sword and the Rose, there's clarity that's coming, or someone has already got this clarity. And I feel like this is due to self-growth with the Phoenix. Someone needs to, if not, and I feel like this may be the masculine too, the masculine confronting and facing their battles. It's like, choose your battles wisely. Are you going to focus on the negatives? Are you going to allow these energies to block your blessings, or to block you in your path, to keep you stuck and living in fear? Or are you going to throw all of that old energy into the fire and transmute into better or opening yourself up to a new heart, a new mind. So someone needs to use their inner strength and willpower to come out of this karmic cycle, because the sword and the rose is love, and I feel like the sword represents truth, but it also represents cutting something out. So you have the self-indulgence card too, focusing on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. So feminine energy, you're still potentially working on shadow work and healing, and this masculine has helped you with this, maybe in a painful way, to trigger you and put you into a place where you have no choice but to transmute that energy and transform. Masculine, you could be triggered by the feminine, by her focusing on herself. I say her, but feminine, you could also be a man as well. By feminine focusing on themselves, this and self-appreciation may cause a masculine to stop running from something and decide to transmute this. Addictions, yeah, someone has got to get to the point where they don't want to, because like don't want to be in these energies of addictive patterns and behaviors, because this is a block, not just a block in this connection, or block in, it's a block in life in certain areas, because it's like if we don't have that balance within self, we don't have healthy boundaries with ourselves, every other area there's going to be something out of whack and out of alignment if we're not honoring ourselves. So not today. Yeah, there was some type of avoidance. I feel like masculine needed to trigger this feminine of not communicating, almost like I don't want to communicate with you, or I don't want to talk about this or such and such. And that feeling may have triggered feminine into this healing and saying enough is enough. Like what's really the deal? What I need to change within myself. There's something that's off. Or just being in a place where you have no choice but to do this, because communication is almost like a block. It's like it's not there. This person could have purposely, or masculine could, you could have purposely pushed this feminine away just so that you didn't have to deal with some type of important conversation. But either way it goes, it worked out for the highest good of this feminine. I feel like whatever feminine, and then the twin flame card tried to come out. So for some of you, this is a divine complement for you. This is your yin and this is your yang. And I feel like what's happening is that you're balancing each other out. And one way to truly know, and this is one of the ways, I'm not going to say this is the only way to know that you're in a divine union, is that when this person triggers something within you that needs healing, you are inspired to put yourself in a place where you heal that thing, and vice versa. Like you guys are almost addicted to growth and evolution. Like you want to better yourself. You don't want to be in a position where you stay stagnant in a situation, or you stay the same. Like it pushes you to that. And if it's uncomfortable, you still realize that this is something that I got to heal. And I feel like you guys are growing individually and together. You can see the development and the growth. If not, this may not be a divine connection, because if someone is holding the other person down while the other is trying to evolve and to grow, it's not a healthy connection. And that goes for friendships, that goes for anything that is not a support to your growth and evolution, but it's the opposite. It's not a healthy dynamic. What else? Worthiness, recklessness, me and my ego, blast from the past. So yeah, you guys are going to revisit, you guys are going to revisit a conversation from the past, and it's going to happen most likely out of the blue. But this masculine, you masculine energies could be dealing with yourselves and how you see yourself, your value, your self-worth in some area. You guys may need to tell yourself that you are worthy of love, because some masculine energies, especially men, vulnerability and stuff like that is not the norm for them. It's not heavily supported or promoted or encouraged. So it's almost like pushing it away, repelling that. But now it's realizing you do deserve healthy love. You do deserve to, be open, and you can be vulnerable. You can express yourself emotionally. And I feel like that's why in feminine, you're learning to tap into your masculine energy in a healthy manner, because I feel like you've given your power away so much. And that's another thing too. There are feminines that express their masculine energies very harshly with this I don't need anybody mentality. I'm my own protector. Oh, just get money. F the world, F men, F, F love. But this is more of a balance of I'm doing what's best for me, and I'm excited, and I want to manifest things in my future. And it's more of a healthy energy. I feel like that's being balanced out. So that's another way that you know this is divine connection, because you guys mirror each other. One person may be more in one energy and the other, and it's like it complements, it mirrors. So you have recklessness, acting recklessly, getting lit, highly volatile relationship, personality, using precautions and protection. So in the past, feminine, you guys could have been very reckless in your behaviors and your pursuits with love, not thinking things clearly, allowing your passions to guide you. And I feel like now you're seeing that where this has gotten you, and this is all about the ego. So you and masculine worthiness and recklessness was something that you guys had to learn, and your egos showed that to you. It was fear. Fear was getting in the way. Some of you guys may be wanting to reach out to one another, but it's like the ego is also causing you not to, or thinking about a time where feminine could have been very volatile, very harsh in their actions, and masculine could have felt unworthy or something. Like something was triggered for some of you, or this could have been the course of the connection. But take what resonates. It's not going to resonate with everybody. But let's see, what can you guys potentially expect coming from this? What can you guys potentially expect? The Hierophant, Seven of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups. Yes, someone is going to overcome their fear, because I feel like you guys still have work to do. You guys, this connection is a divine connection. For some of you, it's just a connection where you guys are meant to learn lessons from each other, and you guys are not done with that experience yet. You guys have been called to something greater than yourselves. And that it's not just that it has to be completed, or you guys don't have anything outside of yourselves that is of a big thing. But when it comes to this connection, the purpose and the whole meaning behind it is that you guys are being called to something greater than yourselves. With the Seven of Cups, I feel like this is masculine energy realizing what it is that they truly want, and how some of these cups were very detrimental, and the experiences needed to happen. They had to taste these cups for a reason, whether these be other relationships, whether this be different lifestyles, career paths, ideas, feelings, whatever. These things needed to be explored in order for them to see what they truly want. Knight of Pentacles, I feel like this is you, masculine, coming forth with an offer, and it's taken some time, but the timing is not about months, days, and weeks, and years. It's about the energy lining up in the right frequencies, okay? So I feel like this is that seed that was planted, and masculine coming forth with what they want to give. It's a little bit of hesitance and a little insecurity. It's not a complete concrete confidence in what's being given, because there's still that fear that needs to be overcome of being disappointed or being rejected. That fear is going to be confronted and faced, though, I feel like, for the most part, in order to offer this or to receive love. That there's no other way around it. Love versus fear. What is it? One or the other. And I feel like the masculine gets that concept, and you have the World card at the bottom of the deck and the Temperance at the top. So the Temperance came out in the other cards. So I do feel like there's healing that's taking place. This is divine timing involved. The energy's got to be right and balanced. You guys are healing in the process, why it's very important. Feminine, you had to close out a cycle, okay? This is going to be a time where you feel like free from something, free from past transgressions, and I feel like you both are going to be rewarded in your own way, and the rewards is overcoming these shadows. But masculine, I feel like most likely is going to come forth, and I know people get tired of hearing that same old line or whatever, but if you hear it constantly in a reading and it hasn't manifested yet, it just may mean that it's not time. But it's still reassuring you that yes, it is going to happen, and it may happen differently than how you expected it to, when and where, all of that. But the promise is still there. And I see this, and it's been a long time coming with the Knight of Pentacles. But he's about to reach his king status very soon. So Knight of Pentacles is very devoted and very dedicated and very loyal to his path. Though he's not completely sure of himself, he has enough confidence to move forward. Five of Cups. There's the fear here, being disappointed, fear of you turning your back on them, feminine, if this is you. Masculine is that fear, but it's going to be confronted. And it may be something that will keep this masculine up at night, or it's just like a lingering thing. There's kind of like an annoyance, and it's like something you know you got to face. And if it's not, oh, this is what I got to do and this is what I got to say, it's more so of the biggest fears coming up to be addressed, to where you can't run from them anymore. You can't hide from the boogeyman, other than just get up and get it done. And it leads to that peace, that solitude from spirit, that peace. And again, there's that dove. If you look at it from a biblical sense, the dove and the story of Noah carrying the olive branch, it was a sign that all was well, that they had reached their destination. It was a guiding compass. So just be reassured and know and be at peace, because Spirit didn't say for you to worry. It's like when, I like this metaphor that my sister used, but when you have those little dandelion little things and you blow them, you're not looking to see where the particles are flying to and where they're going and where they land. You just made your wish and you just let it go. So it's much like this. When your intentions are made known to the universe, God, your ancestors, whatever, leave it in the hands of the divine and know that it's going to come to pass. Whether you're being nudged to do this or you're being nudged to do that, you have to be patient with timing. And when I say, again, timing is an energetic thing. It's not about, oh, well, 5 years, I'm 30 years old, why haven't I gotten married yet? Oh, it's been 2 months, why haven't they called? You can't look at the concept of time, because that time doesn't exist. Everything is about energy and frequency in this universe. So if your energy is in alignment with something, it's perfect timing. If your energy is out of alignment with something that you're asking for, it's out of alignment. It's not a good time. It's not the right time. So you'll find a lot of resistance. You'll know if something is meant to happen if it flows, if it's a forward movement. The universe is guiding you and leading you. And it could be the universe guides you for 5 years to something, and it doesn't fully completely manifest until a year after the 5 years. Like, you gotta be okay with timing. And if you check yourself, you'll find that maybe I'm not really ready for this, or this person's not ready for this. You don't want to rush something divine to fit your ego's time, your human conception of time. Your human self is not an infinite being. Your soul and your spirit is. So your higher self and your spiritual team can see things far beyond than what you can through your 2 eyes. You have to use your spiritual eyes and understand why certain things take time. So I don't feel like it's too far away, because Spirit keeps beating this, that someone is going to revisit something. So whatever conversation you and this person had, whether you perceive it as something big or something small, it's going to expand. I feel like that's what I'm getting in my energy and my spirit. That's what I feel. That's what I feel very strongly. Nature, ground yourself. Yes. And I want to say this, like, sometimes we get symptoms and we think it's because of ascension, but some of these symptoms come from stressing and overthinking and overanalyzing. So if you have headaches, if your stomach is always tight, you can't sleep at night, your heart is always aching and hurting, you're breaking out, it's because you're not at peace with yourself. You may not be taking care of your bodies. So ground yourself, find some place where you feel connected to nature and all that is, because you need to know that everything is as it's supposed to be. Nature moves naturally. The birds know what they're supposed to do every day. The sun knows what it's supposed to do. The moon knows what it's supposed to do. So things manifest in its divine time, and you are no exception. You are a part of the divine order, the divine plan. So is your person. So you got to trust. Flow in your energy. If you're not flowing, you're stuck. You're standing still if you're not flowing. Clean your space. Yeah. You know, some of you guys take this time out if you're stuck in the house. You know, clean your space, and that makes room for new energies too. By the way, meditate. This goes for masculine and feminine. Meditate more, connect with spirit more. Spirit has some messages for you guys. Here's another lotus. Here's another lotus. So it's something with that. And lotuses for me are like enlightenment, but they also can be a sign of compassion. So have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for your divine masculine, your divine feminine. Movement. Yeah. Stay active. Like, yeah, your energies could be very stagnant. And I do feel like it's a lot of stress here. Sync with the moon. So go into introspection and really listen to yourself. Like, I feel like Spirit has a message for you both. But because masculine is tapping into that introspective side of them, their feminine aspect of themselves, feminine energy, I feel like this is strongly a message for you to sync with the moon, meaning to tap into your true cycles of being and pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to yourself more. Like, what is the nudges that you're getting? How do you feel about certain things? Ask yourself, why do I feel this? Okay, what do I do about it? Like, start getting in tune with your inner being, like, wholeheartedly. If you've been doing this, continue to do that. Spirit is going to show you a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff that wants to come in, a lot of downloads. And here's another thing too. It's okay to let your request be known to God or to the universe. Don't withhold that stuff in. Anything that you feel like, Spirit, I can't sleep at night thinking about them. What do I do? I'm tired. I want peace. I want a peace of mind. Write a letter to God or the universe and tell them how you feel. Write a letter to your divine feminine, divine masculine, and tell them how you feel. If you can't get it off your chest, you know, in the physical, write it out. Say, I'm not rested. I'm not at peace with this. Give me peace. Give me rest. Give me clarity of mind, some type of way. Like, don't be afraid to tell Spirit what you want. Don't withhold all of that in. Pay attention to your breathing too, because sometimes we don't be breathing. Like, we breathe, but we're not breathing and releasing. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stress and a lot of tightness. I feel like, just breathe through this, like, don't do that to yourself. Don't kill yourself in the process of waiting. Like, live, like, literally live through living your life, and live through being, like, in your being, in your presence, in your body. Okay? Every aspect of your journey is equally important as the finish line. Every aspect of it, it's all important. Everything. Because I feel like for a lot of you, like I said, there's something that you guys are being called to that's bigger and higher than you and your person. And I feel like you're going to be helping people. So you gotta be in tune with your journey, because every part of it is relevant. Especially for those of you that are writing books, or one day are going to write a book, or feel like you're being called to write. You might even, like, talk about this as a part of your life purpose, or you're part of your life's journey that you're going to express. So be present in the energy. I hope that this resonated with you guys. I didn't expect to be on here too long, but I hope this helped you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Be blessed. Be safe. Peace.